Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Pop Smash by The Real Andy. I am your host, Andy Shademan, and I am hoping that you are having an amazing and a beautiful day. It is the weekend. Saturday is here. Tomorrow we are all relaxing because it is Sunday. It is the day that you are not supposed to do absolutely anything unless you are in the middle class and we have to work tomorrow. Girl, you know how it is. How are you guys? Oh my God, another week full of tea. Today we're gonna be talking a lot about Bravo. Girl, so many things are happening on the Bravo world and we kind of just need to go through like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of Potomac, New Jersey. Girl, it's just like everywhere, all the things that are happening right now in Bravo, and not even talking about Real Housewives, like Vanderpump Rules, Southern Charm, Summer House, the Valley Persian Style, the Valley, like, girl, I'm like, I don't even know how are we gonna fit all of the tea into, just one little episode, and we are not even touching on everything that happened on the pop culture streets, which is usually crazy or crazier, we're talking about the traitors, we are talking about Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, things that happen all the time. So like, go bring your tea, bring your coffee, let's sit down, let's get cozy because girl, it's still getting so cold, especially here in LA. Like the weather has been crazy. I know you probably hate me if you are like in any other part of the United States and you are literally freezing. But like, girl, it has been super cold for us right now. Like, pray for LA. It's like 52. And we are literally freezing our asses right now. Anyways, guys, I hope that you are doing great. If you are new here, well, welcome to this podcast. Over here, we drop episodes every week and we talk about everything. We definitely mention it all. You know that I love to keep it real and we don't leave anything behind. Please subscribe, for your consideration, please subscribe, because the whole idea is to make this podcast grow and grow every single week. And if you want to get all the little pieces of tea daily, go to my other YouTube channel, The Real Andy of Beverly Hills, and you will get everything over there, okay? All right, guys, so there was a lot of mess definitely happening, but I think I always like to start this podcast with kind of like something positive or whatever, like big thing happened, And I think the biggest thing in my life or like in everyone's life this week was the fact that on Monday, it was Lunar New Year, A lot of people call it Chinese New Year. It is not only Chinese New Year, it is Lunar New Year and it is celebrated in many countries, not only China, okay? And this is very special. Actually, me and my husband, we have been celebrating Lunar New Year for years. I'm talking like years and years, and I have always feel very connected to when it comes to the Lunar New Year and like, I just love, everything that entitles. I definitely am not an expert, and I don't know everything that it is to know. I keep learning like every single year and all the time, what is new, what is happening, right? But I just love it. When we moved here to LA 11 years ago, we discover a Chinese temple, which is called the Tianhao Temple in Chinatown, right? And it's a beautiful temple. Like if you are following me on my social media, you probably have seen, some pictures of it or some stories on it. And, I have always feel very connected with it. I'm not a religious person in general, I do believe in God, but I don't believe in like church or Bible or like stories, and I'm not talking only about Christianity. I mean, general, like religion in general is kind of like not my thing. But, my thing is all about like, being a good person and, spirituality and just make sure that you are not an asshole in this world to other people and just try to make the best for everyone else around you, and just to live a good, happy life. And, I think Buddhism has a lot to do with that. Again, I am not into it. but it's just things that have caught my attention. And I think when you go to this temple, especially, they are so acceptance of you, and whatever religion you are, and they just like really take you in, and then just let you explore. And I have always loved all of that. So then I start getting into, Lunar New Year, and all of that. And it was very special. So I don't know, you probably, some of you know, some of you don't, so I'm just going to explain it very fast. Last year, it was the year of the snake, and the year of the snake was a year of transformation. And I bet that a lot of you felt that things were not being the same as it used to be the years before, and that was because you were changing yourself, the whole last year for the whole world was about, really exploring who you are and who you need to be, so it was a whole year of transformation. For me personally, it was a big year of like exploring your career, your life, your marriage, your home, your career, everything, and you start thinking about like, okay, what of all of the things that are around me are really worth, keeping around. And the thing is, you feel that transformation is easy. You feel that, oh, I'm just gonna choose to do this, and I'm just gonna change and do that. And sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes transformation require leave things behind that you thought that you needed, or that you thought that you love. And then the universe is over here telling you, baby, no, you don't need that. You don't need that house. You don't need that job. You don't need that man. You don't need that situation, right? And then, of course, is the fear of change, that you just want to stay on the same, and like, oh my God, no, I need to grab to this, when the universe is telling you, let it go, I saw so many people going through big changes and trying to grab into their past because it's what they are feeling comfortable with, right? And it's kind of like you just have to let it go because it's the universe telling you it is time to move on. So at the end of the year of the snake, like the snakes, you are shedding your skin, right? And you are transforming into your new self. Especially at the end of the year of the snake, it was very hard for different situations. And this for me personally, and if you felt the same, it's because of that. If you felt that things were not making sense, that there was a lot of confusion, that there was a lot of like, what the fuck is happening with my life right now? It's because you were going through all of this transformation and maybe you were so afraid of letting go, I hope that you let go, because at the end of the day, the whole idea, it was that by the end of the year, which was on February 16, you should have left absolutely everything behind. I mean, all of those situations behind. You should have let everything that doesn't serve you a purpose anymore. Like if you really sit down and you realize what is not worth your time, your energy anymore, and you really left it behind, you left a door open and a space open in your soul for new blessings, for new beginnings, for something amazing happening to you, right? And then on February 17, we enter the year of the horse. This is a very special year because it's the fire horse, This is a year that only happens every 60 years, okay? The Chinese zodiac calendar, is very peculiar, as you know. And this is a special kind of sign that only happens every 60 years. And it was very important that you left everything behind, because whatever you took on this new year, this is what the horse is going to like push, So the horse is taking you onto the new year and it's going to push you into this new you, this person that you are now. So you need to start the year with positivity, with love, with acceptance, with, grow, right? Now, there is a whole thing, Chinese, the Lunar New Year usually goes for like 15 days, and there is like a whole thing, I'm not really gonna go into it. If you want any, advice about it or anything, just like send me a DM. We can talk about it a little bit more. But I just wanted to mention because it was a very special thing. This is a very special year, guys. This is a year that a lot of us are going to be doing amazing things. And if you really lean into the changes that the universe make you do, you are gonna realize that your life is going to be so much better. Okay, just accept it. Accept that that situation didn't serve you a purpose anymore last year, and now it's time to start a new life and just move forward. And the horse is just gonna take you there. I'm very excited because I think tomorrow I always do feng shui in my house. So tomorrow I'm gonna be doing the feng shui of the year. So also let me know if you are interested into that, and I will definitely do kind of like a video or something about it, But yeah, so that was kind of like a big thing. We started this year, and I don't know why, but like I have to tell you, I took this with such a big heart and I let everything go. And I'm telling you, literally on the day of the new year, I was already receiving good news, from different aspects of my life. And I was like, okay, and it has been consistently happening. And I'm like, look, we just have to put our faith, into things. And whatever things you believe, even if it's God or a Christian God or a Jewish God or a, I don't know, Muslim God or whatever, I mean, just put all your energy into that and into like wanting to bring good things, and manifest good things for you, for yourself and your life, and things will happen for you, and this is going to be an amazing year. And I just wanted to put that out there for you because I'm sure that you deserve it, and if you had a rough last year, girl, this year it's going to be your year as well. All right, guys, so that happened. There was a lot of celebration. We actually went to the Chinese temple again. We celebrated. It was very amazing. And yeah, so let me know in the comments, like, how do you feel about this whole new situation? Now, let's move on into like what is really going on over there. Like all of the tea and all of the situations that happened this past week, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Bravo, or maybe a lot of bit about Bravo, because a lot of situations have been going on with this network that, kind of like some of them worries me. Some of them I'm like, how are we evolving? How are we, now that we're talking about changes and evolving into a new self, how is Bravo going to evolve into this situation? And I feel that there is a part of Bravo that is doing amazingly, and then there is another part of Bravo that it's really starting to lack, and I'm getting worried. And I'm talking Real Housewives versus the rest of the shows, and it shows, guys, like it is insane. We have Below Deck Down Under, Vanderpump Rules, Southern Charm, Summer House, The Valley Persian Style, giving us amazing reality TV. We're gonna go one by one in a second, but they are giving us amazing reality TV. Like they are really, really, really doing good. I don't know if they fired the old producers. I don't know if they went on a retreat and now they are refreshed. I don't know what they did, but like these shows are really, 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 really good. And then we have the Real Housewives franchise in general that it is lacking so much, Real Housewives of Potomac, I mean, yes, they gave us a little bit, but it's really not that good. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it's kind of like just going like this back and forward, and it's not really happening that much, Then we have Real Housewives of Miami, which is not happening. Real Housewives of New York, which is not happening. Real Housewives of New Jersey, which is not happening. I don't know what is happening with Orange County, like they are filming, but like, and they're filming the 20th season, and we're kind of like really expecting to hear some things because last season was like very weird. And the only Real Housewife who is really giving us top tier TV is the Real Housewife of Salt Lake City, So if you have all of these shows and it's not giving, maybe they need to take like not even a page, maybe the whole book from the other shows, and see what they're doing. These people on these shows are being so real. They are giving us their everything, their lives, their situationships. They are, just putting everything on the table for everyone to like talk about, criticize, fight about, do the whole thing, and that's what we love. But I don't know what is happening with the Real Housewife. And to be very honest with you, I'm starting to think, is this a situation where maybe the Real Housewives are getting too old? And we need to just revamp a lot of the things, and start bringing this new blood who is willing to share their lives, right? A lot of the housewives, the longer that they go and they really, really learn how to play this game, they don't want to share. They don't want to talk about things, they think that they're entitled to privacy, and it's kind of like, it's not giving, Let's take an example on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. A lot of these women, they don't want to talk about anything, and it's kind of like, why? We just got a little glimpse of something on the last episode, which was Erika Jayne talking about a little like getting abused in her last relationship, which came to a surprise for absolutely everyone. And that's kind of like the only thing that we are finally kind of like hearing, but we have to go through like half of the season to get into something, Even Amanda finally talking about the cult took half of the season to get there. When we have people over here, Vanderpump Rules talking about penis pumps from like almost episode 1. We have the Valley Persian Style giving us like one of the greatest villains from the very beginning with Sky. We have Southern Charm giving us Craig versus Austin relationship from the very beginning. We have even Summer House, which I have been in a love-hate relationship with Summer House from a very long time, has been giving us so much in this new season with only 3 episodes out there. And it's like, why? Even Below Deck. And the reason that Below Deck Down Under is doing so good, I mean, this is the best franchise of Below Deck right now. Not only the crew is an all-star crew, but they are doing, a mix with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which to me is the only show of Real Housewife who is actually doing good right now. And girl, it's giving us so much. It's giving us storyline. It's giving us love. It's giving us hate, So it's really, really good what is happening on this side of Bravo. But like Real Housewives, I don't know what is going on. Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl, I mean, last season was kind of like a mess. Do any of you even remember what happened in the last season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And the point is, I love the Real Housewives so much. I want every single housewife to be successful, but I'm going to need these girls from the whole franchise of Real Housewife to really, really bring their A game, especially the OGs, especially the ones who have been on this game for a very long time. You cannot hide behind anything anymore. You have to bring the real deal, I mean, there is a lot of expectation with the Real Housewife of Rhode Island, which is starring, in April. And it seems like they're going to really be bringing the heat, But again, this is younger women. This is a younger generation. Is that what we need? We don't need performance. We don't need fake storylines. We don't need, people trying to make us believe something that is not. No, we need real stories, real storylines. But also we need people who are not afraid to show that, who are not afraid to bring us everything and put it right there for everyone else to watch, judge, criticize, give advice, or absolutely anything, And it comes from the ensemble in general, Vanderpump Rules has been a show that right now, from the beginning received a lot of criticize, and a lot of like backlash because people were like, no, my Vanderpump Rules, I am not watching that. I want to watch all the old people until they are 19 trying to work for Lisa Vanderpump. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people like left the show and have not even given an opportunity to the new Vanderpump Rules. But if you have watched the new Vanderpump Rules, these people are messy in the most amazing way. Like they really, really, really are giving us top tier entertainment. You know, I mean, the penis pump is just like the bottom. You know, they have been giving us OnlyFans cousins. They have been giving us Audrey, like the last episode, the way that Audrey did that comedy thing. When I saw the comedy sketch, we have seen a lot of comedy sketch, you know, situations happening on across the Bravoverse, and it's always cringy, and it's always like, oh my God, why are like. I'm thinking about like Slade back in the day, you know. I'm thinking about there was always someone in Vanderpump Rules who did that. Oh, Ariana, you know, and it was so cringy to watch, and it was like, oh no, you know. So I was thinking about the same, but the way Audrey used this comedy sketch to make great reality TV and completely destroy Angelica, I was like, brava. Bravo, girl. I mean, that was amazing, you know. Natalie, the way she's approaching this show is beautiful. You know, she just wants to have fun. She just wants to go there. And everyone, like, I want to say that every single person, the toxic relationship between Marcus and his girlfriend, it's on point with a lot of the situations that happen. It's very relatable. And it's really giving us good storylines. You know, Venus talking about his past and growing up being a gay guy in like a farm in Texas. Shane with like his whole storyline getting shot, like talking about having ED openly and saying, this is my life, this is my body. What can I do if I need to take Viagra? It is what it is, you know. It's not my fault that I got shot like 1,000 times, you know. I actually am a survivor. So having all of that openness, you know, into one show, I'm like, these people are amazing. These people are great, and I'm really hoping that more and more people are giving it a chance. Now, what I'm loving is that actually, as the weeks have been going, I have seen more and more people talking about Vanderpump Rules, and actually, I have been seeing more comments of like, oh, wait, this show is actually good. So keep watching, guys. Keep watching. The Persian Valley style. Girl, this show is amazing. Reza, Gigi, and MJ are made for being on TV, but we pair that with all of these casts that they brought together. Girl, between Tanning, you know, and even Sky, who is the villain of this show, you know, and all of the men, you know, like the storylines, the way that I have cried in this show, watching, you know, some of these storylines happen, it's insane. And I like, you just get drawn to it from the very beginning. Great show. I still cannot believe that they're not gonna give them a reunion, but it is okay. It is fine because it's just a new show, and new shows usually don't get a reunion. But like, wow, like they really did that. I really applaud Bravo for giving Reza, MJ, and Gigi another opportunity, because honestly, again, they're real, they are raw. Reza does not give a shit about putting his whole life on TV. MJ having to deal with that man that she has by her side and finally deciding to divorce his ass. Wow. I have to applaud it. Amazing. Like amazing. Gigi, even with the mess that Gigi is, she's like unapologetically herself. And she's like, fuck you. This is who I am. This is what I'm going to be doing. Great. Great. You know, you are going to be doing amazing. You know, this show is really giving us a lot. I'm loving Southern Charm. You know, I think for a show that has been going for so long, sometimes you feel that it's gonna start going down, and then you get, you know, this life back. I'm gonna say something, and I don't know if this has something to do with it, but Summer House was getting very boring. And Southern Charm was getting very, very kind of like down, especially Craig. What's the only thing that those two had in common? Paige DeSorbo. The moment Paige left the shows, I don't know, but Summer House is giving us so much. Also the newbies, finally a group of newbies that we can get behind. I mean, we still have a whole season to go to, you know, but like these new ones, girl, I think Bailey is the only one that kind of like comes back into my mind, the name. But like the two new girls, the three new girls, you know, are amazing. The Australian guy, I mean, first of all, hot AF, but also amazing. And the other new guy, is it Ben? I don't remember. But anyways, they are doing great. Look, I have never been a fan of Amanda, but the Amanda that we're getting this season is kind of like finally giving, you know, finally doing something for me. And maybe it's because I hate to see people on toxic relationships, and really like it's very annoying. I remember in Southern Charm, when Madison and Austin were together, I hated them. And I hated Madison. I was like, this bitch is so toxic. What is wrong with her? I talk extensively about them. I was like, please break up. I hate this bitch. You know, I wanted a fire. The moment they broke up, I could say that right now, Madison is one of my favorite people on Southern Charm. You know, so I believe that when you are in a toxic relationship, it brings the worst on you, and that translates into the TV, and that makes people hate you, right? Once you start blossoming and like getting out of that situation and coming into like who you really are, it's gonna show again. Madison does an amazing job. So I'm starting to think, is Amanda going to really do a good job? Maybe this is what she needed to get away from Kyle. And look, I love Kyle. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I actually am a really good, a big fan of Kyle, right? And I love Kyle. And it's not about hating on him. It's just hating on the relationship. Kyle and Amanda did not belong together, just like Austin and Madison did not belong together, just like Katie and Schwartz did not belong together, you know? So you need to break up to really, really bring your full potential. So I'm like the Amanda that we're getting right now, it's kind of like she's literally flirting with other guys, and she's still married, by the way, you know? She is not giving a shit about anything, you know? And you know, we have Kyle over here who literally we can see that she doesn't give a shit about Amanda either. So like, I'm so glad that they're finally getting that damn divorce, because this is going to show us a different face of who they really are. You know, I want them to succeed. I want them to be amazing. And again, I don't even hate any of them. You know, it's just that they are so much better when they are apart. You know, I think we're going to be watching an amazing Kyle and an amazing Amanda next season of Summer House, because this season is going to be very heavy. It's definitely going to lean into the demise of their marriage and how they're going to end up getting a divorce, you know. But I'm betting for next season, we're definitely going to be seeing something like bigger and different. I wouldn't even be surprised if Amanda end up moving into that new show that they're putting together in the city. And maybe Kyle decided to stay in Summer House, because Kyle is more of like a Summer House vibe than, you know, being on a real, you know, situation like a reality show like in the city. And I really hope that that happened. But again, this Summer House is now doing amazing. Southern Charm, girl, so good. The whole drama between Austin and Craig is giving me so much. And I'm just hoping that one day, to be very honest, I mean, look, I don't believe that they're gay or anything, but it will be such an amazing thing. And if they were, and they end up coming out of the closet and realizing that they belong together, because Austin and Craig, you cannot tell me that they will make the best couple in the whole Bravoverse if they end up together. And maybe this whole hate love situation is coming from a place that you have not explored, baby. I mean, maybe give it a chance, you know, like gender is fluid, you know, it's 2026, you know. We have housewives going lesbians out of nowhere, you know. Now Portia is now like going lesbian. Kyle Richards went lesbian. So when are we going to watch a straight guy going gay and not having any pushback from it. Maybe this is your time. Maybe this is what you need to do, Craig and Austin. Find a way to be together. Maybe this is really where you need to be. All of these shows are amazing. I have to applaud Below Deck Down Under. Girl, Captain Jason is Captain Jason. I mean, period. Okay, this is the start of the sea. This is. It's not like he even have like the hottest body or anything, but I don't know if it's a combination between his eyes, his smile, his like tight dad bod. I don't know if that makes sense, because it's kind of like he doesn't really have like abs or anything, but he also doesn't have like a pouch, but he's just like in between. And it's just like, he just looks so good. And then he smiles at you. And then he's so kind. And then you just want him to like grab you and do whatever he wants to do to you, So that's one of the part of the success of Below Deck Under. But this season, they are literally giving us an all-star season. I mean, bringing Daisy and Chef Ben, girl. I mean, and Joao, girl. They really did that. And then they have the newbies. This is the thing. Every single newbie on every single show have been amazing. They must have fired someone and bring some people, like some new faces, new eyes, because they really did an amazing job in casting in all of these shows, So now I need to see that reflect on Real Housewives, So it's being said, so I'm gonna give you some tea on like every single franchise right now, okay? So Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, apparently they're gonna start filming the new season next week. It's being said that absolutely everyone is coming back, and apparently they are eyeing to bring a new housewife as well, which will be kind of like wild, because then we will have Meredith Marks, Lisa Barlow, Heather Gay, Whitney Rose, Mary Cosby, Bronwyn Newport as housewife, and then a new one. Oh, it will be 7 housewives. You know what would be wild? Bravo, you are doing Brittany so wrong. If you bring her as a friend of the show and then you bring a new housewife and you don't give her a damn snowflake. Girl, that would be wild. But Brittany is such a pygmy that she will be like, oh yeah, just do whatever you want to me. I just film me, film me, and I will be okay. But anyways, yeah, apparently they are trying to bring a new housewife into the mix, which, I think new blood is always necessary. I just hope it's someone that is going to be a friend of Lisa Barlow. We need people on Lisa Barlow's side, because the obsession of Heather Gay and Whitney Rose, we cannot go another season of Whitney Rose and Heather Gay obsessed with Lisa Barlow and trying to take her down. Like, move on, girl, okay? It's just not going to happen. So that's happening over there. Well, if we come here to Beverly Hills, which is, airing right now, there is a lot of talk of, Denise Richards possibly being eyed to a return of Beverly Hills next season, and if she is going to snatch Amanda's diamond. Now, this was just a rumor, okay? But I don't believe that is going to happen, just because even though Amanda is receiving backlash, producers actually like Amanda, okay? Andy Cohen likes Amanda, and I believe that as the season move on, people are gonna see a different side of Amanda, Dorit and her weird agenda, I don't know if that is gonna work out for her. And Dorit going around saying that Amanda is jealous of her. Girl, honestly, it's so delusional. It's just so delusional. So that happened, and I don't think that any diamonds will be snatched. I think even though you don't guys like her right now, Amanda is going to be moving forward with a second season. I could definitely be seeing happening, but I am down for a return of Denise Richards. I believe with everything that happened to Denise, her story needs to be her. It's wild to me that they brought Denise Richards to talk about her story, to talk about, such a horrible thing that she went through. And Erica Jane basically stole her moment. It comes kind of like a surprise to me that Erica allegedly went through all of this situation, and we never heard about it. And she put, she went to the police and everything, and we never heard about it. And now that Denise is sharing this, she's gonna share it on the same. She literally took all the spotlight from Denise to put it on herself. I don't know. You know that I don't know. I just like, to me, believe anything that comes from Erica Jane's mouth is a little bit complicated. Of course I want to believe that it is true, because I mean, imagine lying about getting abuse. That will be insane, right? But we have people like the me from Secret Life of Mormon Wives who is doing it left and right. So I wouldn't put it out against, like, I wouldn't put it past someone who is desperate to keep their job, to do something like this. But I believe I didn't like it because I believe that this was Denise Richards' moment, and I don't know why Erica needed to just like divert all of the attention, and if we were just not talking about Denise anymore, you know, and Denise endured this on while being married to this person, and it happened several times in front of the kids, like the whole thing, for years. So why they didn't give her that to Denise? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think there is something weird happening on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know. A big change need to happen from behind the scenes, because it did not make any sense. Now Orange County, like I told you before, is filming. They're filming season 20, and we have not heard anything, and I don't know if that's good or bad, because usually when you don't hear anything, it's because nothing is happening. We heard a little bit of like Vicky and Shannon supposedly getting onto a fight in Puerto Vallarta, because of course they're filming in Puerto Vallarta. But then Vicky was like, that's a lie. We didn't fight. We are just having an amazing time. So I don't know. I'm worried because we need season 20 to be amazing. This is literally a staple show. So we definitely, and this is like a big mark for the Real Housewives franchise. So we need to be a great season. So yeah, but we have not really heard anything. Now when it comes to Miami, I have been talking about Miami, Real Housewives of Miami, on my other channel. Apparently it's on pause. Girl, Real House of Miami was supposed to start filming on January, and nothing is happening. They are not filming. It's almost March. And apparently it's all about casting problems, because they do not want to bring back Gertie Abraida or Julia Lemigova. So now they're scratching, and they are actively casting new ladies, and they are gonna test new ladies to film for the show. So that's deleting everything. And I'm like, why are you doing this to Miami? A show that has been working so long. I mean, since the reboot start, it has been amazing. So why do this now? It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, they are literally being on pause right now. It doesn't seem that it's going to be a big pause, but like until they start filming. To put it in perspective, last season was filmed on 2024. 2024, guys. That's crazy right there. What else? Atlanta. It's coming soon, but like we didn't hear anything. I'm very worried about Atlanta. We needed to work out again. Last season was kind of like going like this. This season we need to go like this, you know? Potomac, we are in the reunion right now. I mean, it was a season. Was it the best season ever? No. But like, you know, that's what I'm saying. So New York, no idea what is gonna happen with the Real House of New York. And New Jersey is still in the air. I heard a rumor. I'm actually gonna talk about that on my other channel later today. That they're gonna start testing filming next week with some new ladies, and some of the OGs are going to be, well, not OGs, some of the old cast is going to be invited back and see how it goes and if it's worth their time, their effort, their money to actually bring back the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So I don't know what is happening with Real Housewives, girl. You know, I thought that we were firm. I thought that like we have like 8, 9 franchises that are gonna be working out perfectly, and that we will always have at least 2 or 3 housewives to watch at the same time. And now we are basically getting like almost getting only one. You know. So yes, bravo. I don't know what you have to do, but like, girl. So, anyways, that's everything that is happening on the Bravo world. I know it was a lot, but like I know, I mean, this is what we are here for, right? Now, let's talk a little bit very quickly about this pop culture streets and what is happening out there. The traders is traitoring. Actually, we're moving into the finale, which is going to be next week, and the reunion, which it was insane, but we don't know how much of that reunion we're actually gonna get. I don't know if the producers are gonna have the balls to really show us what we want to watch, you know. But anyways, the reunion was insane. Lisa Rinna called out Colton. Colton like stormed out, cried to the producers. There was like a whole thing. There was a screaming between everyone. Everyone is hating on everyone. Everyone unfollow everyone after the reunion. Like, it's going to be crazy. But honestly, the trailer is doing really good. The last episode, it was really good. I believe, and I'm hoping that rhobh is not gonna win, but it will be wild if Eric end up winning this show. It will be like crazy if Eric end up winning this show. I just don't want rhobh to be the winner. Honestly, I feel that rhobh is not a good person. It really annoyed me, especially when he said like, "Oh, I have to have my boy Eric's back," and I'm like, "Oh, were you having Candace and Lisa Rinna's back?" Because now it sounds like you hate women. Like you are willing to go the extra mile for Eric, but you didn't give a shit about Candace or Lisa Rinna. I see you. I see you. I know what you are doing right there. So I just don't like that man at all. Like, So the trailer is happening. We're season finale next week. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. There was a lot of talk this week, girl. The craziest rumors. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber fans are always out there trying to put, all the most crazy things, and usually, especially when it involves Hailey Bieber, there is a lot of like weird things happening between them, because Hailey Bieber, it's kind of like she is obsessed with Selena Gomez all the time. I mean, it feels like that because every single time that there is some kind of scandal, it involves Hailey Bieber liking something or watching something or reposting something, it's always something like that, But this week, girl, whoever is behind the craziness of the rumors of this tree really went unhinged, Rumors about Selena Gomez being cloned. I feel like that you made it in this world as a celebrity when people are starting to say that you were cloned. We have had these rumors about Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Avril Lavigne, so many people that, oh, they were cloned, And I love how they show pictures side to side, and this is the real Selena Gomez, and this is like the new robotic whatever Selena Gomez. And I'm like, girl, like you really need to be into like some kind of thing to really believe that this is going on. Selena Gomez kind of like broke her silence, and she kind of like posted some pictures and, kind of like saying, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but like, girl, I'm still the like old me over here. Again, I think like talking about like the beginning, I think it comes a lot from people who are not able to like accept change or accept that people may change and just be different like from one moment to another, you know. But it's wild to me that you were really taking it this far into like, I mean, it is one thing when one person is just talking about a conspiracy, you know, but I think it's very different when like a lot of people really start believing it and really start going down into like this weird rabbit hole. Wow. I have to say, wow. There was another rumor, and this is even crazier. Something about like Justin Bieber having a baby with Selena Gomez back in the day, and that Kourtney Kardashian took the baby to raise it herself. I mean, it was like so bullshit like that. And I was like, what? Like, literally. And people were convinced that this was true. People were convinced that Kourtney Kardashian was raising Justin Bieber's and Selena Gomez's baby. And the wildest part is because, you know, there used to be a rumor back in the day that Kourtney Kardashian and Justin Bieber dated. You know, this is before Hailey Bieber and all of that. Like to put all of that together and to make people really go this rabbit hole, I'm like, girl, the fact that none of these rumors ever are like, oh, maybe Hailey Bieber really is in love with Justin Bieber and they are a cute couple. No, that's never a rumor. Like, I mean, I don't know how Hailey Bieber must feel about the fact that they want to create all of this shit and leave her life basically being a shadow of Selena Gomez. Like it must be the hardest shit to go through. I am not really a huge fan of Hailey Bieber, but like when if I put myself into her shoes, I have to say it must be so hard to go through life knowing that the whole world doesn't believe in your relationship, you know? So I don't know. I think the whole thing it's really crazy. You know, I don't think these rumors are ever gonna end, and I think those rumors are going. I think Justin Bieber is going to be like 80 years old, and people are still gonna be saying, "Oh, you know, he is secretly hooking up with 80-year-old Selena Gomez." It's always going to be like that, and poor Hailey Bieber is just going to be there, kind of like, you know, wiping Justin Bieber's ass, having to know that everyone still wants, you know, Justin to be with Selena. Hilary Duff is back, you know, and her tickets for her world tour are out. Girl, the power of Hilary Duff. I love Hilary Duff. I love her. I just didn't expect the whole world to love her as much. Impossible. Yesterday was the meet and greet at the Grove. The line was insane, guys. It was impossible to get tickets. And now for the tour, it was crazy. Ticketmaster, like they, as usual, mess it up, you know. I tried to get tickets for hours and the tickets were there and I just couldn't buy them. I just couldn't. You know, and I try and I try and I try over and over and over. It was just not possible. So if you have one or a couple of Hilary Duff extra tickets, call me, girl. Okay, I am dying to go. I was even looking into go because she's gonna be 2 dates here in LA, and then she's going to two other random places in California, Mountain View and like another place. And it was like I have never heard of these places, like super random. And it's Northern California. Like one is like close to Sacramento, and another one is close to San Francisco. And I was even like saying like let's just go there. I would just go there, you know. And I couldn't get tickets, but not because I don't know if it's because it was sold out, but the tickets were there, and you were not able to get to buy the damn tickets. So Ticketmaster, I don't know what they did, but it was like, what the fuck, you know? So I couldn't get tickets, but like people are obsessed with Hilary Duff. The little tour that she did, girl, to watch this woman sing "This Is What Dreams Are Made Of" every single, like our dreams we're definitely made of. She's definitely saying that this store is for the gays, that it is for us, and that she has been obsessed with us from like the moment that she knew what being gay was. And it feels so special to have an ally like Hilary Duff. You know, I love her. I think she's amazing. She has always been a great role model, you know, and a person to follow. She has never really get into like any like big dramas like any of the other, you know, pop stars out there. And I'm very excited, you know, I'm very excited for this next chapter of her life, and hopefully it's gonna bring her, you know, a lot of good things, you know. And I think that was pretty much it going on into, you know, this pop culture streets. House of Villains is out. I have not watched it, but you know, people are saying that it's really really good. You know, so I'm really definitely gonna start watching that. Um, we have La Casa de los Famosos, which is basically the celebrity Big Brother thing of Latin America, and people are obsessed with that. I'm probably gonna be talking about that on my Spanish channel, on my Spanish TikTok. You know, so yeah, I'm very excited. The world is good right now. We are moving into a good direction, at least, you know, pop culture wise, because the rest of the world is going to shit, girl. So that it is what it is, you know. So anyways, that's what is going on so far. Let me know what you guys think on the comments below. I want to read all of your comments, guys. Remember that you can leave more than one comment. You can leave a lot of comments, and it really helped me out a lot, you know. We are very close to being able to monetize my podcast, guys. So I need you to please watch this video on its entire thing, and then go and watch all episodes, all of it, you know, please guys, and leave comments and like it and share it. Let's bring more people into this. I love doing this for you guys, but it is a lot of work, you know. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. You guys are amazing. I love you. I'll see you next week on another episode of Pop Smash by The Real Andy. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to my other YouTube channel, The Real Andy of Beverly Hills. If you want to get all the tea from rhobh daily, you can get it over there. And don't forget to follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram. You can find me as rhobh by The Real Andy. And you get a lot of like exclusive tea and a lot of different like fun activities over there, you know, and we have a lot of fun. So go and follow me over there. I love you guys, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye. Bye, everyone.